Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. Now that looks a decent ball. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Upamecano promptly onto that, and that is that. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I think the role Jude Bellingham will be given will be important here. He's like a combination of a number 8 and a number 6. Great defensively, very aggressive too in going after the ball, but he's also a very neat dribbler. So not the type to stay put, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of that today.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Olise goes short. Very nicely done. Takes aim and... Impressive jump! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Messi. Rice. And they can counter here. This is a promising build-up. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals.
Thuram really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And now the breakaway. Now he's got space here. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And it's Messi. Oh, right place, right time. Rodri, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much.
And a chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Cucurella clears. Spain are looking to go forward now. Now it's Olise. Haaland. That's a throw.
Feyenoord definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
No, that was never going to make it. Rodri. Rice. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Bellingham. And the shot! Goal! Spain! And we have liftoff! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Now it's Haaland. Somerville.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
It's run loose here. Haaland, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bellingham venturing down the left. And it's Rice. Rodri. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Haaland really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, that is a nice touch. Thinks about the shot. Bellingham. Bellingham, he's rising! And the referee says that is that for the first half. And the team's still separated by one goal, but it should be very different. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Spain have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Haaland! And he has kept it out somehow.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Rice. Rodri. Played out to the left flank. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rodri. Somerville. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Rice. Messi. Oh, well measured. Now, can he find it? Tries a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Nice control. And the shot! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Feyenoord really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Thuram is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Knocks it out wide. Oh, well played, well played. Thuram is onto it in a flash. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Tries to pass it through. Messi.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage...
Oh, terrible pass. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, such a clip. Shot a goal! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
serán sustituidos por el dorsal 14, el dorsal 11. Cambio de jugadores.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Nicely weighted ball. Thuram. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, that's well spotted. Rice. Passing is crisp and sharp. Messi. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Messi. Oh, perfectly measured that.
Feyenoord really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Spain still have the cards to affect this game.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Now the cross. Threads one in.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 16, el dorsal 41
Cucurella.
serán
That's good play.
sustituidos por el dorsal 6, el dorsal 10.
Dealt with nicely by the
Cambio
defence.
de jugadores.
Great vision.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Pedri. And it's Tchouaméni. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Always goal side. Feyenoord can breathe again. Just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Konate gets over and intercepts. That's where it came from. Little pass back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Pass somewhat off target.
Spain really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Looking for the run. Oh, no joy this time.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Looking to play him in. Now it's Tuyen. Pedri. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. So what do you take away? Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. And there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're very much on the way now. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5.
Shoots! And he can thump it away. And he's really put himself on the line here.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Cucurella. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Bellingham.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Haaland. Looking for options for movement. Big chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world. He is just caressing the ball. It's not an especially good pass, that. He's having a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And he's there to belt it away. So we're still where we started right now. Oh, that's superb. Good read, needed to be. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Porro. Now it's Martinez. And the counter is on. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's put paid to the danger. Somerville. Oh, that was vital. Deftly away. Spence. Somerville is wide and looking to get onto this. Van Dijk. Could be danger here. For Rice. Saliba. Cucurella. Rodri. 15 minutes till half-time. Messi. Good running, strong and purposeful. Nicely weighted ball. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And smartly reclaimed. Rodri, looking for the run. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Olise. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Olise unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Just eases him off the ball. Somerville. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bellingham. Turan. Bellingham has it in a wide position. Brilliantly cut out.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Bellingham. Now the delivery.
Well played and well cleared.
Shapes to shoot! Oof, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And we are back on the way.
Spain have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Nice interception, well timed. Can he get it through? Haaland! There's the shot! And he hits the net! They've done it! Finally, they've broken through. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And the pass is intercepted. Pedri. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Tuyen Pham being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Rodri.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Tries to play it through. That's good play. Almost an hour gone. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's had it taken off him. Rodri. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Thuram's cross. He's a sharp little ball here. Now Saliba. That has been slung wide. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly. Feyenoord really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Chance for a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Martinez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game.
Jugadores en España. El dorsal 41, el dorsal 22, el dorsal 7, el dorsal 16. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 10, el dorsal 11, el dorsal 19, Messi, el
And it's
dorsal
Van Dijk.
6.
Knocks it into space. Spain are looking to go forward now. And no, that was never going to make it. Great vision. Eze, he has found the way through. And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Eze is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 21 será reemplazado por el dorsal 13. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Mbappe.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Now it's Mbappe. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Mbappe. Played out to the left flank. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Pedri. Well, that is one way to stop him. That is a great pick out. Oh, this is a great position. Takes a shot! And a neat finish. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
Spain
2
have opted to make
será
another change
sustituido
here.
por el dorsal
So they have
3.
it all to do again.
Well, this ought to give them some renewed energy. If anyone's going to win it in normal time, you've got to make them favourites now. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that could set him on his way. Oh, easy pickings there. That's been slipped through. Picked out brilliantly. He's picked his way through. And the finish! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Desperate defending required here. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? All hands on deck for this one. And that is out of play. He's had a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Keeper's dealt with that. Played into space. Not the most accurate pass. Deep into stoppage time. Rabiot. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Always onto this. So that means another 30 minutes football. So we are still gridlocked.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
Well, no winner after 90 minutes. Another 30 minutes, hopefully, to make a difference. The hostilities have already resumed. Spain conceded an equaliser late on. Now they have to do it all again. Do they have what it takes? And it's Pedri. Pedri. And claimed it back swiftly. Mbappe! Rabiot. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe. Pedro Porro. Some good work on the right flank here. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Haaland. Looking tidy in possession here. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Messi. Pedri. Now this could be a chance. Eze! Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Pedro Porro. Passing is crisp and sharp. Real chance! In he goes again. Could have won it there and then. He knows. And we're halfway through extra time. So this is it, one goal in it, and we're down to the last 15 minutes. Everyone on their last legs. Can there be one final twist? Well, we are already up and running again. They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? Messi receives it in a wide position. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now, can they get him away? And here's Eze. Pedri. Chouameni.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And here's Mbappe. And that's a dangerous ball. Cucurella did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Messi. It'll be a throw-in. And he cuts out the supply. Can he get on? Eze! Spain close now to seeing this one through to the end. And it's Eze. Looking to play him in. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Haaland. Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't. And that will be it. Spain have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Eze voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So there it is. What struck you most about that? Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So things are underway. Messi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That is a great pick out. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Pedro Porro deals with that comfortably. Can he spark a counter here? Floated through. Thuram! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And it's Messi. Threads one in. And he's cut it out. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I don't think we've seen a dribbler as good as this guy, Vinicius Junior, in some time. His favourite move is to receive the ball in a wide position, attract defenders his way.
He's had a shot! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Incoming delivery.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Now it's Haaland. Could move up a gear here. That is good alertness. Bellingham. Olise. Haaland is onto this. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Van Dijk. Cucurella. Now Saliba. And it's Van Dijk. Pedro Porro. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Haaland. Shot it goal! It's hit the upright. Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Oh, shooting chance! Goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Feyenoord restore parity.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. He'll try from distance! And the keeper's relieved to see that disappear wide.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Tchouaméni gathers from the goal kick. Now that looks a decent ball, and it's made its way to him. Chance! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Tries to play it through. Pedro Porro cuts it out. And he can clear it away. Rice. Rice did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Big chance! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Cucurella.
Thuram really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Thuram receives it in a good position here. That's very neat. And it's Rodri. Rice. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Thuram. Bellingham. That's good running with the ball. Played out wide. Rodri. Oh, that's and the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Habrá 2 minutos de
It's
descuento.
a pretty loose pass. Saliba gets over and intercepts. That is good progress on the left. Saliba spots it and intercepts. And it's half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So there was the first half.
Well, I think it's been a fantastic watch with chances created at either end. But it has to be said, neither team have been particularly clinical with their finishing.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Saliba is there to clear. Tchouaméni with the clearance, and they're quick to get it back. Van Dijk. Now Saliba, and it's Rodri. And they've got rid. Oh, Red, nice interception. Thuram. Couldn't squeeze it through. Rice. Great vision. Olise. That's a super give and go. Van Dijk. Thuram being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Messi. That's a good foray he's making. Haaland. Rice. Olise has found the net here, of course. Olise proves just a little bit too strong. Spain have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Deftly away. Rodri.
This is the time you need that pace.
And the pass is intercepted. Messi. Pedro Porro. Van Dijk. Saliba. Rodri. Cucurella. Van Dijk. Pedro Porro. Here's Rodri. And they're on him in a flash. Haaland, who's set up one goal so far. Olise. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's a sharp little ball here. Look at the space here. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Olise.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Into the last quarter of an hour. And he's managed to get free.
Feyenoord really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Upamecano calmly anticipates. Bellingham. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that's been intercepted. Olise. Saliba makes the interception. Mendes making good progress. Rice. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. This is a promising build-up. And here's the chance to counter. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He has found the way through. Corner given.
Cambio de jugadores en España.
The message is simple, defend this with your lives.
7, el dorsal 41, el dorsal 2, el dorsal 8, el dorsal 21. Serán sustituidos.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
14, el dorsal 19, Messi.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So, a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance. And we are already back underway. That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. Konate has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. And it's Porro. Knocks it into space. Mbappe running with the ball. Always onto this. He was under real pressure there. Dani Olmo, he's in a great position here. Delivery from Mbappe. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Now, what about a counter-attack? That's been cut out, well played. Eze, Konate, and it's Eze.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Rodri goes sliding in. Eze. Good, strong midfield running here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Mbappe. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Olise is behind this one.
Yeah, it's an invitation to go for goal that you just can't resist.
And that's a good... Tries a shot! He lifts the roof! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Feyenoord leading now.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
So just 15 minutes still to come. So this is it, one goal in it, and we're down to the last 15 minutes. Everyone on their last legs. Can there be one final twist? And if you're just back, well, the action is back underway already. They have given it everything. It's been gruelling. But who will be standing at the very end?
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Looking to play him in. That'll be a throw-in. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Pinches it off him. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that's a key interception. Now, can they get him away? And he's quick to return it. And he's in on goal. Can he finish? It's in! And this is getting better and better. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Short changes him with that pass. Well, nicely intercepted. Messi. Here's Chouameni. Kubasi. And it's Olmo. Can he get it through? And it's been hooked away. Passes short and sharp.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that is as far as it goes. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We are just getting started. Passing nice and neat. Feyenoord do have a chance to counter here. Messi ventures forward. Messi not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Somerville. He's being urged to shoot. Good read, needed to be. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's nice. Cucurella did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Great vision. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Towering header!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Tries to pass it through. Cross flung in towards the middle. And the ball is out of play. And it's Messi. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rice. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. And here's Haaland. Pedro Porro. Some good work on the right flank here. Looking to play him in. Bellingham. He's picked his way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Rodri. Rice did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, that looks a decent ball. And it's been hooked away. Bellingham. He won't be happy with that one. And that is a little undercooked. Tries to play it through. Oh, that was vital. And they've got rid. Olise. Plays a sharp little ball here.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Look at this. Can he finish? Oh, split-second reaction.
Martinez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And now they can spring out of defence. He's had it nicked away. Rice. Here's Rodri. Bellingham. Bellingham proves just a little bit too strong. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Chance here to counter. Messi. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Rodri. And it's Bellingham. And here's Thuram. And he's picked it up out wide, looking for the far post. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Feyenoord have the chance to go the other way.
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Pedro Porro. It's a good run down the right. Can he get on the end of this? And he's managed to get free. Good ball, good take.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the referee has blown for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Look, I think sometimes they're crossing for crossing's sake. It's percentage football. The more balls you get in the box, the likelier it is to score. Well, that's good to a point, but they also need an alternative.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Bellingham. Passing is crisp and sharp. Aimed beyond the defence. Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
No, he's not going to get any further than that. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Martinez is fouled. And it's Spence. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Deftly away. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Rice. Messi. Great ball. And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Floated through. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And it's Bellingham. Up towards the hour mark, and still no goals. Thuram being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Now it's Haaland. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Rice receives it in a good position here. Tries to get it clear. Taken back almost at once. Rodri. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet. have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
He's in a great position here. Pressure stays on, it is a corner.
Cambio de jugadores en España.
Corner number 2 then.
El dorsal 7, el dorsal 41, el dorsal 16. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 11.
And a neat finish. It is the pick-me-up they all longed for. And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Feyenoord are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Knocks it into space. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Into the last quarter of an hour. Dembele charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Little pass back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
He's having a shot! Goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper might have been...
And a chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pass is just off target.
Feyenoord clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Pedri! But he's left disappointed.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Van Dijk.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And it's Cucurella. Threads one in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? 90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. So we are still gridlocked.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra-time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
Well, no winner so far, but somebody has to be the winner. And extra time is next.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 21.
90 minutes gone and nothing between them still.
Cambio de jugadores.
Spain displayed great character to force extra time from what looked a pretty ominous situation. The question now is, can they go on to win it? It is doable. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Well, that pass isn't the best. Elise. Nicely weighted ball. And it's Eze. Pedri. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. And now the breakaway. Mbappe scooting forward. Oh, that's delightful. Oh, that's neat. Eze. Looking for the run. Well timed, excellent interception. That's a good foray he's making. He is through here. Has to go back here. Oh, shooting chance! And he can thump it away. And it's Pedri. Forced to go back. Haaland. Pedro Porro. And we're halfway through extra time. So nothing yet in extra time to make a difference. This the final 15 minutes for someone to do something.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 8.
And we're off for the final time.
Serán sustituidos por el
They
dorsal
have played
9.
themselves to a
El dorsal
near
2.
standstill. What is left in the tank now? The ball is bounced loose now. Corner. Feyenoord have their third corner. Spain are looking to go forward now. It's a good spell of possession, this, and that is expertly dealt with.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And the shot! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Spain leading now.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Cucurella can clear it away. Very much into the last knockings. Oh, no joy this time.
Spain really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And he's heaved it away. Nicked it back promptly. It's a pretty loose pass. And that will be it. Spain have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Eze taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. The end of the game. Reflections?
Spain clearly played like a team possessed towards the end, Peter. Who would have thought conceding a goal at that time would allow them to find an extra gear or two all of a sudden? It's been a great effort, a wonderful team effort.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.